Good afternoon, Steve Moroney here from Inner City Golf. I want to talk to you today about a subject called chipping and give you some insights into some different options that you can have around the greens. Firstly, I think we need to discuss what a chip shot is, because some people get very confused between chipping and pitching. Well, you know, chipping is where the ball lands on the green as quickly as you can get it, or as soon as you can, and then rolls to the flag. Whereas pitching is where you're going to fly the ball in the air more. So, you know, the difference between the two is going to be one's going to roll more and one's going to fly more. And really, a chip shot's going to be played when you're a lot closer to the green and where you generally haven't got a light in front of you. So, you know, if there's, you've got plenty of room, you can play a little shot, get the ball on the green and get the ball running down. So, a chip shot is, it's quite like a putt. It spends very little time in the air, but then does spend a lot more time on the ground, and I think that's probably the easiest way to define it too. Clubs that you can use when chipping, well, if you watch any golf on TV, you can see that you can actually use any club. Some of the guys in America, when they're playing on some of these golf courses where the rough is really bad around the greens, they end up getting these long shots. Well, they use a 3-wood. Stab down with the 3-wood, and the ball comes out and chases up the green. So don't get stuck on only being able to use one golf club. You can use any golf club. I think if you can look at your golf set as a toolkit, and that toolkit is to be used at your disposal. I often had a guy recently said to me, "Oh yeah, well my chipping's not great." And I said, "Okay, well what's wrong?" And he said, "Well it's not very good." And when I asked him about what club he used when he was chipping, he said a sand iron. He chipped with his sand iron from everywhere. Well, there are going to be times when a sand iron is going to be the right club. There's also going to be times when a sand iron is not going to be the right club. And I think to be a good chipper, you need to have you need to be able to assess the situation that you're in correctly and choose the club accordingly. If I had if I'm making an apple pie and I bought a load of bananas, I'm going to struggle to make that apple pie. And that's really the same as for a chip shot. If you've got a lie, which is fairly decent, and you've got plenty of ground to work with, and the flag's 30-40 feet away, well then you'd be better off using something with a straight face club, little stroke, get the ball rolling, than you would to get something with loads of loft and try and fly it all the way. Don't make it difficult for yourselves. Pick the club that's going to be easiest to execute that shot. So your diagnosis is going to be essential for being successful in this kind of area, in this area of game. And if you're a golfer that can't break 100, do some work on your chipping, and it won't be long, or chipping and putting, it won't be long before you're breaking 100. So let's have a look at a basic chip shot. Now, basic chip shot, as we've just discussed, is like a putt. So we're not going to be getting loads of wrist hinge. We're going to get the sense of the club working, back and through, a bit with the arms and the shoulders as you would a putter. So if I had this club here, look, I'd grip it maybe down the handle a little more, and I'd set myself up. My feet would be pretty close together because I'm not making such a big swing. The ball position, again, the ball position, you can vary the ball position. You can play it from the middle, you can play it from the back of the stance. It all depends on how you see the shot. I tend to play a lot of my chip shots from the middle, but if I've got a green with a big slope, then I might put it back a little and get the hands, that'll bring the hands further forwards. It'll give me a little bit more of a descending blow. So anyway, you can vary that. I think you should try and experiment for moving the ball around a little. If we say the ball position's in the middle, now the grip here is going to be up towards your left shoulder. You're going to grip down the club a little. How you hold the club is up to you. Some people grip it normally. Some people like to use a putting grip when they play a chip shot. I would experiment with both of those. See which feels best for you. I use just a normal grip. So my hands are down the club. Ball position's in the middle. Grips up towards my left shoulder. And ready from there, I just move that ball out of the way. The stroke is going to be very simple. Back and through. The arms and shoulders are going to swing back, and then I'm going to hit the ball, and then I'm going to freeze into that kind of position there. You see a lot of people making too big a swing and doing this, the left wrist breaking down. Remember, You're not trying to get the golf ball in the air ever in golf. All you're trying to do is create a motion for the club to create enough force for the golf club. It's the golf club that gets the ball in the air, not you. So your finish is going to be, here, nice flat left wrist. The golf club will work slightly back up and in, into the ball, back up and in on the way through. You feel that the body will pivot round as well, and then the ball will take off and go to where it's going to go. This is not a difficult shot if it's played as I've just discussed. Keep it very simple. Get the golf club. Just get the golf club swinging back and through on a little arc. Just like a putting stroke, and then start to see how easy this shot can be. If you can get yourself set correctly and stick to these rules, you're going to have a lot more success. And then, change clubs. Use a different golf club. That was a 6-iron. Now look at a sand iron. So I'm going to play the same, a similar kind of stroke. Ball position in the middle, hands there, hands forward. I'm going to play exactly the same shot. The only thing that's going to change now is the ball will fly a little higher because of the loft of the club, but it's still going to roll out and release down the green. So let's have a recap. Look at the situation you're in first. What's in front of you. If there's nothing in front of you and you're right near the green, then you might want to use something with less loft. Get it rolling very, as soon as you can. Let's say you've got, a little mound in front of you, so that, if you use a 6-iron, it might hit the mound. So you need to use a club with a bit more loft to get the ball over the mound and then let it run down the other side. Experiment with all your clubs. Take some balls, go to a putting green. The putting green might have 6, 7, 8, 9 flags on it. Take 5 or 6 balls, pick a mid-iron, so like, I don't know, a 6-iron, 8-iron, pitching wedge, and a lob wedge, and play different shots with those clubs to different targets. You can start to see, that stroke will hit the ball there, and start to learn a little bit more about how the ball's going to react when you're using different clubs. Because I can guarantee you now, if you can improve this area of your game, yours are going to come flying down, and quickly. I wish you all the best with that. Give it a go. If you want to have a look at any more videos, please visit mulranegolf.com. There's many more videos on there to help you with your game. If you have any questions, you can email me through the site and I can get back to you straight away. Thanks for listening. Good luck.